Yes, now we have Diver. So, Kaiya, come on up.
I think that would be fun. Yeah, do it. Okay. Do you want to, I was going to offer you the mic. I would love that. Yes. It's a little spooky. So this is a song that is written for Kathleen Turner, who's a pretty well-known actress. And she's also lesser known as an advocate, but she has been a very strong advocate of women's reproduction rights. And she's very, very involved with Planned Parenthood and a number of organizations. And it's written by McLean, who does a lot of kind of jazz singing and Broadway singing. And it is very hard, I will say. And I know you do it fantastically. So take it away.
Sorry. I'll count 4. Awesome. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh, I'm a diver. Ooh, I'm a diver. Diving deep in search of buried treasure, buried under leagues of unspoken words, lost in broken waves. I play in the currents, following the trails that they left behind. Where I search, I find it, and I share it with you, because you lost it too. Through me you're reunited. Ooh, I am the ocean. Ooh, I am the water itself. Salty with tears, bubbly with laughter, full of secrets and buried treasure. Weird fishes, ageless, vast, blue and gray and green, and here to stay. It seems my destination is everywhere. Ooh, and I share myself with you, because you're an ocean too. Yes, we are many-sided. Ooh, I am the moon. Vessel of light, tugging on your tides, illuminating night, except when I hide. I'm never the same, but I'm always the same. I am running away, but I'm keeping my face on the place that I came from. And I share. And I share it with you. And I share it with you. And I share it. And I share it. And I share. And I share. And I share. And I share. Woo!
That was so good. Wow. Okay, that is such a hard song. I just have to tell you guys that it's one of the hardest songs. Kaiya, you killed it.
Thank you.
Okay, so you tell me. I could list a long list. What was something you were happy with versus yesterday?
Okay, I liked kind of playing with like all of the, I guess like the faster sections, the salty with tears kind of thing, and doing a little bit more consonants. So having that be a little bit less melodic, and then to add some like variety, adding some more melodic phrases and stuff. So I felt like I was happy with kind of like what I was doing with that.
Yeah.
I feel like I could definitely do more.
How so?
I feel like my like more legato sections could definitely have been more legato.
Like which section?
On like blue and gray. And
Yeah.
green
Okay. I was feeling, but I felt like you did more than you did yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. I want to say something with like just to point at you as an example, but to me, I really appreciate the time you took to memorize. I know the challenge it is to like, you think you memorize, you want to have the book on there just in case, but I know so many times if we do that, then we end up looking at the book just because it's like the default, it's there and why not look at the book. But in this case, like having you completely off book like this, to me again goes into that realm of communicator. Like you're not a singer, you're communicating, and it makes a huge difference. If you mess up a word, like nobody's gonna notice, and it's a small price to pay for what you give us with that, with your face and your presence. So I love this idea of taking it further. I love the idea of taking the contrasts further from that salty with there, all of that part to the legatos. I think the song is very, very much about contrast. I also just really want to commend you on the way that you decrescendoed at the end. On those I share, and that last I share was like so haunting, fantastic, so good. The other thing I want to talk about is how would you perform this like let's say that it's you're doing your own show at Poisson Rouge in New York, right? So is this you like doing the snaps, which I loved? Is it you walking around a little bit? Like how do you want to sort of start to think about staging this piece? And that's another layer. That's something that we should talk about a little bit more. One small note, and I think you and I are both about equally tall. I have heels on, so I'm cheating. But I know as a tall woman, I tend to go down a lot.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to point on you, but
no, I know.
It's so important, not just for our posture, but for our singing, to stay up as much as possible. And by up, I mean, like I try to think about this feeling of the chest being forward.
Yeah.
And at the same time, the ability that I would have to kind of hug myself. Yeah?
Okay.
That?
Yeah.
Yeah, right? So that there is this like openness, like I could do this and go back and forth, right? Again, I can't manage that if my feet are sort of together. I have to have a foot forward or a little bit more space. I also like to move on stage. And I want to invite you to maybe think about that a little bit. So we're going to start with that idea, which is going to test your memorization. And again, these are all like silly exercises, guys. It's not something you would do in performance. But what I want you to do, just for the sake of this exercise, is start the piece and I want you to walk around the piano. Walk around Olga. As you sing.
Okay.
You can do it. It's going to get your mind out of the memorization and just into the realm of the music. Yeah.
Okay. Sounds good.
Try it.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. Ooh, I'm a diver. Ooh, I'm a diver. Diving deep in search of buried treasure. Buried under leaves of unspoken words, lost in broken waves, I play in the currents, following the trails that they left behind. Where I search, I find it, and I share it with you, because you lost it too. Through me, you're reunited.
Okay, cool. So you see how like mentally that shifts you into a different place. We're gonna do the same thing, and I'm gonna walk behind you.
Okay.
And forgive me,
Yes, yeah.
This is what I want. I want this piece right here. Can you feel where your shoulder blades touch?
Yes.
Can you actually try to, a little bit more of that. So every once in a while, I'm just gonna push right there to remind you, let's keep walking on the piano. Now, you have one job, because I'm gonna remind you of this.
Okay.
Your one job is dynamic contrast.
Okay.
So, I want you to just completely go crazy with that. You've got the mic.
Okay.
Pick up anything you do. One more time.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. Ooh, I am a diver. Ooh, I am a diver. Diving deep in search of buried treasure. Buried under leagues of unspoken words, lost in broken waves, I play in the currents, following the trails that they left behind. Where I search, I find it, and I share it with you, because you lost it too. Through me, you're reunited. Ooh, I am the ocean. Ooh, I am the water itself. Salty with tears, bubbly with laughter, full of secrets and buried treasure. Weird fishes, ageless, vast, blue and gray and green, and here to stay. It seems my destination is everywhere. Ooh.
So good. Okay, it's so good. There's so much musicality that you're juicing out of this, and I love it. I love it. I think your texture's great. I think you are masterful at using the mic. You guys notice how good she is at it? Have you had a lot of experience using the mic?
Yeah. A decent amount.
Y'all should call her for lessons. Go over there. You know what you're doing, and it's so great to watch that. Now what I'm interested in is some rhythmic diversity. Do you ever listen to like scatting or stop singing?
Yeah, I do jazz here too.
Yeah, okay, I'm sorry. I know that. So even a little bit more on like the accents.
Okay.
Can you do it now as an exercise without words? Without words. Salty with tears. No words, just do 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 da 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 da.
Okay.
Like if you were, I'm taking the words away, it's just so weird. But I really want you to just think about the rhythms and the expressiveness, almost like it was something. Because the reality is the words in this part are kind of nonsensical, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Salty with tears.
Okay, forgive my syllables, everybody. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Also. Okay. Da ba da 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 ba da 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 da. Blue. Do you want me to keep going? Da 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 do ba do ba do ba day ba da ba da da ba da da ba da ba da ba da da.
That's so great. I know I put you on the spot to do that, but you do it so naturally.
Thank you.
So naturally. Like I would love to hear you do more of this repertoire. It's not frequent to find someone who can do this. And I gotta say the song fits you like a glove. And just more scatting, more of this all around. And I feel like also you could do more in terms of range. Now, I will say, in terms of diver, Grace is very accessible, and I'm happy to try to put you in touch or ask her, because I don't know how much ad-libbing she does with the song. When we commissioned her, she not only composed the song and the lyrics, but she also sang the song. So she's always been the performer on it. I think one time we had one other person, but really stuck to the book. But I would be very curious if she's like open to a sort of scatting section or like throwing more in there. And I'm happy to try to put you guys in touch or see. But I think this kind of repertoire seems to suit you like a glove. It's just absolutely awesome to hear you. So
that was a question I had, especially when there's not a band and there's those more sparse sections. If there's, just like some improv film.
I think so. I have a feeling that she would probably really love that, but I want to let her, weigh in on it. But you also have a similar timbre to hers. I don't know if you've heard her.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. So again, maybe that would be an interesting connection to put you guys in touch.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, she's really got a very jazz influence sound, and you guys remind me of each other. So, well, thank you. I know we're probably at time for okay.
I mean, we can move on.
Sorry, abundant of
No, go ahead.